All right, let's get started then. I want to do the demo in two parts. I want to spend a few minutes on what I call the business aspects of Coding Advisor, which will show you how the Coding Advisor will increase profits for your practice, help you reduce denials, look at it from really a dollars and cents point of view, and that'll be followed by the actual demonstration of the product itself, where you can actually see how Coding Advisor will improve the quality of your coding and make things much easier in terms of finding information and increasing the quality of your claims. So let's start first with the what do I call the business aspects, and that really the first thing we should address is why we actually created Coding Advisor. And very simply, we did so because people are leaving money on the table. Your codes and profitability are tied, and if you are coding improperly, you will have more denials, and you will also find that you're getting paid for less than you deserve. So that was really the purpose of Coding Advisor, was to enable people to improve their profits of their practice, specifically in this case we're talking GI practices. So how is it that we're able to increase your profits practices? How can I make such a bold statement that there's a problem out there and we have a solution? Quite simply, it's a combination of software we developed in conjunction with working with Kathleen Mueller, who has impeccable credentials in the GI coding world, working with all the major GI medical associations, lecturing nationally, and counseling for numerous GI practices. What we've done is put her information, her knowledge, embedded into the advisor itself. So when you're using our advisor, you're actually accessing Kathleen Miller's information, and it's something that she's updating on a regular basis, so that you're always accessing the most accurate, up-to-date information available for GI coding. So our solution to making your practice more profitable is quite simple. We're going to maximize the value of your claims by finding not only the right codes, but more importantly, getting advice on how to use them. How do we accomplish this? It's quite simple. We give you the right information at the right time. You're going to find your codes very, very quickly, and all information that you need to make a better decision about how to use a code, modifiers, if you could bill for additional work, is all going to be tied right to that code and right in front of you. Let me talk about what the right information at the right time really means, what's incorporated here. We have different levels of advice that are available to you. One is that comes, like I mentioned, from Kathy. There's also information that comes from CMS or the AMA. Additionally, you have the ability to put your own notes in there, and then there's other information which we can use as well, which I'll go over. So right now, let me speak about Kathy's advice. I'll bring up a shot here so you can see what I'm talking about. We'll get more into this on the demonstration of how to use the product. But here's a code, a note associated to it, pointing out a potential denial if information is not entered correctly, as well as a potential missing procedure. So let's talk about dollars and cents just for a second. You should know that according to the MGMA, in a study they did in 2009, the average cost was $40 to address a denial. Okay, so any denied claim you have is costing your practice, you figure by now 2013 standards, at least $40, very possibly close to the area of $50 for every single denial you get. So we want to reduce those denials, and we put a lot of effort into giving information here which is going to point out pitfalls which can cause denial. That's one area where we're going to help you become more profitable. Another area is finding procedures or pointing out procedures that can be billed but you might not be aware that can be billed for. So again, also in this example, we're showing a procedure. In this case, it's valued at $300 if this is missed. So every time this is not reported, you don't report an additional incident here, you could be losing $300. So I threw out two figures for you, which is modest figures, but if you multiply these, assuming they would happen, let's just say, in the area of 2 times a month, let's take a look at what those numbers look like, and those modest numbers grow very quickly. You'll see here to just under $10,000 a year. So that is one of the ways which we're going to make your practice more profitable. Not only are we going to show you our notes, but we create a system where you can record all of your own notes and access them in a heartbeat. All right, forget about post-it notes or putting memos in filing cabinets where no one's really seeing them. We enable you to enter your own specific practice notes, then associate them to any given code or sets of codes. Therefore, anyone in your practice that's accessing the system can access that information. A nice feature of this is not only is it fast to access information, but additionally, if an employee were to leave your company, all that knowledge that they have, all their coding expertise is recorded in the system. And on the other side, as a new employee comes in, they don't start from scratch. They actually would start off with having all that accumulated information supporting them as they use Coding Advisor. All right, I want to show you a few more shots here where we're actually evaluating your procedures and your diagnosis to make sure everything's in order. The ability to access government documentation that supports the work that you're doing, and also just information that can be found either through the AMA or CMS. Help guide your coders or your billers to make sure that, again, all the information on the claim is as accurate as possible so we can maximize reimbursements and make sure we're avoiding denials. So let's talk about dollars and cents for a second. The cost of the product. Using on a daily basis, our cost per day, actually, it's less than a cup of coffee per day. It's very reasonably priced. The cost is $550 annually. However, because you're a member of the Medical Society, you do get a discount. Additional discounts can be found with multiple users, as well as if you sign up within 48 hours, a couple days from today, doing the demo, then we actually throw a bonus in there of a free month of service as well. So there's really no reason not to be using Coding Advisor. We're providing you really with the right information at the right time. This is a tool that you can't afford not to have. This is not a luxury item. Your practice's profits are directly tied to the quality of your coding, and what Coding Advisor does is give you the best possible information to guide you through to make sure that you're going to reduce denials, that we're going to find any potential missing billing opportunities, and we're going to drive the profits of your practice. So I hope you very seriously consider getting this. And with that said, I actually now want to go into the specifics and show you the details of how it works.